Hi, I'm Kate Dillon. Welcome to my channel. And today's video, I want to talk a little bit about using adversity to find the opportunities. And I can say, so I live on the edge of the whole hurricane zone. The Hurricane Helene hit our area very, very hard. I'm in one of the luckier areas, of course. And it really struck me. I mean, now it's been just over 2 weeks since the hurricane hit. And there have been many challenges, and there will be many challenges ahead as well. One thing I did notice, and I do recognize, is the number of people that have really stepped up, as well as the people I expected to step up as leaders and who really weren't there. And with that, I thought I would go ahead and share with you. It was actually a week ago. I was on the internet, and I was curious. I'm just kind of curious about how government works now. You know, who's supposed to do what, and who's in charge of whatever things. And I found myself on the county website, which then got me looking in the commissioner's website, and I saw that there was a meeting last Monday. And so when I showed up, I was just going to check it out. I walked in the door, and they said, "Well, do you want to make a public comment?" And I said, "Well, I don't know if I do or not." They said, "Well, if you don't sign up now, then you don't get a chance to speak." And I was like, okay, I guess I'll sign up. I mean, maybe. And so I did. I signed up, and by the time I came to get on stage, I'm actually going to show you the footage. I decided to clip it. For whatever reason, they don't show my face. Whoever was handling cameras, they really only were showing the commissioners, but that'll be my voice. And that way you can see just contemporaneously speaking. And after that, I'll meet you right back here. So in about 3 minutes, I'll meet you back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, commissioners, the next item on our agenda is public comments, and I believe I have one sign up. And you have 3 minutes. Kate Dillon, if I read the name. Ms. Dillon, please come up to the podium. You have 3 minutes. You're welcome.
Well, hi everybody. I didn't wake up this morning thinking I would be speaking at a county commissioners meeting. Just something today compelled me to look up something in our county and found out that there was a meeting tonight. And just obviously we've all been through a very, very tragic event and through our whole county. And a thought that really comes to my head is meeting the moment. And I've seen so many of our leaders not meet the moment. It just not here, I'm just saying in general. And I have seen other people really step into roles that they were just compelled to do. And I see that there are some opportunities. We know that a big part of our community is based on tourism. I'm a business owner here. I'm also an Airbnb host. So I know that my occupancy taxes help pay with the tourism. I really do watch that, and I'm very proud of a lot of what we've done in our community. I'm terribly embarrassed by the situation I'm sure we are all thinking about with Lake Lure and the fire chief and the helicopter and all of that. It is all over YouTube at a national level, and it's really sad because our community is so much more than that. And so I see that there's an opportunity, and perhaps like you just mentioned with the lithium battery, that maybe one idea would be that we have like daily briefings kind of a thing. That would be fantastic. I mean, I think it was really great. I see the emergency management where it's got the write-up every day on Facebook. I think that's great. But I think if that was presented in a video format, maybe with a little bit of Q&A, it could really just set the groundwork for us for the future as we continue to build our community, as we continue to try to make sure that we're not forgotten in this country. It's a fear that we're not just a news story that just goes away. Mm-hmm. And so I also ask, I mean, as someone, I mean, I'm just asking if there's an opportunity for any of us in the community that can bring light to some of the wonderful things that we have in our tourist area. Like I'm a YouTuber, and I think, hey, maybe I could do a little video on like the park with the gold mine that was here, and what are those hidden gems, and what can we do in the community to step up and meet the moment. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Okay, so that was my big speech in front of the commissioners meeting, and I still have a hard time kind of talking about the hurricane without breaking into tears, but I'm doing okay like right now. And if you're not familiar with what I was mentioning, like with lithium, there's just a lot of rumors about this whole area being bulldozed and turned into lithium mines, and there's a lot of there's a lot of like half truths. There's a lot of, I'm not even going to call it misinformation. There's just some straight up lies that are going on out there. Or like, it's so removed. It's just crazy. And one thing that the commissioner, what I was referring to, the commissioner had gotten a phone call from the New York Times asking about lithium. And so he had mentioned it, a little bit earlier. But if you're not familiar with the other things that I'm referencing in that, I will go ahead and put links to those videos with the helicopter pilot and all of the things I was embarrassed, and here I am bringing light to it. But if we don't bring light into the darkness, there again, I don't feel like we're meeting the moment. And really what I wanted to, like, my takeaway from all of this is something horrible has happened. And no matter what horrible we face in our lives, there are always going to be opportunities to make things better. I mean, I tried to turn it around. I had to clean everything out of my refrigerator, and I thought, yeah, I mean, you hate that you've spent all this money and it's gone now. And but then again, it's like, how old were those olives? I don't know. But here's my opportunity. Again, the word opportunity, to clean out my refrigerator, to start fresh, and sometimes that's all we need, is a little chance to renew. And, finding those opportunities within adversity. And then also just looking around and seeing, are there ways that I can meet the moment? In whatever that moment is. And for me, one thing I expect you'll see on this channel, as I mentioned, I'm probably going to do some highlights of some of the things. I live in a very beautiful part of North Carolina. I am so grateful to live, right here on the edge of these mountains and see these beautiful vistas. And there's so much history here. There's not a lot of places in the country, just this part of the Southeast really, where you have both the American Revolution and Civil War sites that are like can be across the street from one another. It's kind of wild. There's a lot of history here. There's a lot of beauty, and I do look forward to bringing some of that, a little bit of that, to the channel. And so those are the ways that I will meet the moment as best I can. So if there's anything you'd like to know about Western North Carolina, I mean, I'm not a rescuer or a survivalist. I'm not those things. But if you're interested in some of the beauty and scenery, feel free to drop those in the comments. And, I hope I can inspire even just one person to see opportunity within adversity. And I hope this helps a lot more people than that. So thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video.